Good morning. If my background looks different, it's because it is. Basically, my roommates moved out and we took over the master bedroom. So I moved, kind of. I'm excited for today and I hope you are too. We're gonna do some meal prep, some grocery shopping, little grocery haul, a little bit of like food organization. It'll be good. I'm gonna show you kind of like some staples, a big meal for dinner I like to make. Do some fun stuff to like get ready for the week. These two things alone make me feel like my life is put together. "100% the best part of the morning. Sometimes the best part of the day." I placed a grocery pickup order last night, so we are gonna go get that. However, in order to successfully do all of the kitchen organization and prep and stuff that I want to get done today, I need to stop at TJ Maxx and potentially Target before the grocery pickup. TJ Maxx always has these storage containers that I think are normally really expensive at other places, so I'm gonna go and check out the prices and hopefully grab a few. So I'm just getting ready now because if I actually get ready, I will be so much more happier when I'm like out running errands, because sometimes I love it and just love to be out and about spending the day, you know, doing my thing, but sometimes I like hate running in and out of stores, so I'm just trying to set myself up for success here. A few products can really just make you feel so much better. It is warm and sunny, so I'm literally just gonna throw on this super cute plain sweater with no jacket. Now into hair. We are gonna add some curls to this hair using the beachwaver curling iron. This went super viral. It's the coolest tool. It like does the work for you basically. A big thank you to beachwaver for sponsoring this video. Before we go in, of course, we need some heat protectant. This is the Great Barrier Heat Protectant Hairspray by beachwaver. So it's essentially hairspray that also creates a protective barrier. It's kind of cool. It's a 2-in-1. It should give a flexible hold. It's not like hard and crunchy, which is nice. And you always need a protective barrier whenever you're dealing with heat. Now let's get into it. This is a ceramic curling iron. You have your heat settings, but then also these arrows right here, spin it, which is the coolest thing. You can make it go faster or slower too, which on the side, you can change it to your preference. I'm gonna start with slow, and you literally just clamp your hair. You do leave some of the end out, and then you press the button, which I'm gonna go away from my head, and it just curls up for you. And you just unclamp. Cute. They're just gonna be like such pretty beachy waves, hence the name beach waver. That's also kind of why you leave the ends out, because they'll loosen up, they'll be more of waves, and so you don't want it like really zingy at the end, you know? And it has won over 50 awards. I feel like this way you avoid burning your fingers too. They look soft and bouncy. I think they're so cute. They might set in like a little bit even more, but right now I love it. I can offer you 20% off with my code GREEN20. Very much worth the hype, and I think especially as it's already starting to get warmer, I feel like beach waves are such a must. So cute. Everything is linked below, and let's go run to TJ Maxx. First up, TJ Maxx. I went into it really wanting some of these like airtight containers for storing food, whatnot. However, some of the lids like did not work when I touched them and tried them out. Or I could go with more of these like aesthetic looking ones with the like bamboo and the tall skinny whatever. And then I saw shattered glass. So I was like, oh, I don't know the quality. I dipped in over to the coffee syrups because I've been, you know, trying to find some that I like, because I didn't really like any of them that I've tried. I thought maybe Starbucks would be trusty, but I just didn't end up getting it. Maybe one day, I don't know. And then I've tried the salted caramel of the skinny syrup and I didn't like it, but I was like, okay, maybe a classic vanilla, you can't go wrong. I don't know. I didn't pull trig. Maybe I will sometime. Then I saw this package and I was like, okay, these are sealed away. They haven't been touched, whatever. Maybe it would be good to get this box of like 5 containers, but it was like 40 bucks and it was just not the best value. Part of me wants to go absolutely feral in Target, and the other part is like, Morgan, you just dropped like over 3 grand on your technology and your car. Now's not the time. Don't get me wrong. I love that Ulta is in Target, but I feel like I know where nothing is now. I feel at home here. I actually timed it so perfectly. When I was leaving Target, it was time for my grocery order to be picked up, but then I got a notification that it was delayed. But honestly, nothing to bring my mood down. Look at how nice this weather is. It makes me so happy. Like, I feel incredible. So it's been a few hours since I curled my hair and I honestly think I like it better. Like, doesn't it look so pretty after it sets in a little bit? Like, it really just sits well, which means I bet tomorrow it will hold and it will still look really pretty. Also, what do you know? I just walk in the door and I get a notification that my grocery order is ready for pickup. I knew that would happen, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, let's open my TJ Maxx jars and I'm gonna wash them so that I can fill them and then I'll get my groceries. So we got the tall size in 2 of them, and then I also got this 3-pack of the smaller ones. It's a grocery haul. So this is like a pretty standard grocery haul for us. The only other things that I would get if I didn't already have them is chicken. We have plenty of chicken downstairs and we have plenty of like rice and noodles and that kind of thing. However, bananas, red onion, white onion for a recipe. I just got 1 avocado and a lemon. Greek yogurt, I would get the large jug because it's probably cheaper than buying individuals. However, if you buy them from Walmart, they only have plain flavors unless you get the Great Value brand, and I actually don't like the Great Value brand of flavored Greek yogurt, which I found out recently, so yogurt. Coffee creamer. Oh, this is not what I thought I picked out. It's fine. Grapes, I want to freeze some of these. I think that would be a good snack. Parsley, again, for a recipe. Blueberries. Oat milk, they didn't have the regular kind, so I got the extra creamy. I've never tried it, so hopefully I like it, but I think Planet Oat is a decent brand. I'm always skeptical on alternative milks and like the additives, so I try to do some research. Carrots, for snacking, for recipe, and for Dunkin'. Celery. We're making a soup, okay? This is also for the soup. Chicken broth for said soup. Italian seasoning, I really like this in a certain kind of salad that I eat pretty often. And lastly is some cleaning supplies that we needed. Okay, before we get to some like meal prepping and cooking and all that, I wanna show you how I have been and am going to organize food and stuff, because if there's one thing about me, I love the whole health and wellness area, but I'm a freak about cleaning and organization. However, organization can be pretty expensive. So going with these from TJ Maxx, I feel like was pretty good. And you totally don't have to get fancy jars to make things organized, but it seriously just makes me so happy. So like spending $23, $24 on these was worth it. For the 2 big ones, I feel like it would make sense to do like flour and sugar. However, I honestly don't really cook with sugar. Brown sugar, yes, but I don't know. I find that I don't use plain sugar a lot, so I actually don't even have any in the house right now. Okay, 1 down. I love it. I could totally get labels for these eventually, but right now you can totally tell what everything is, so I'm not going to. Next, I thought it would be fun to fill this with noodles. These bags don't keep well either, so it makes sense. And then, for the small ones, well, okay, 1, great for rice, for sure. Oh, it's so satisfying. And then 1 of these, because as I was saying, I use brown sugar fairly often. I don't know what I'm gonna use this one for though. Okay, but don't they look so nice? Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I love it, I love it, I love it. I forgot I got these acai packs from Target. I usually do yogurt parfaits, but I think making acai bowls at home would be so fun. Also, Walmart forgot my greens, and I realized we don't have vegetable peeler anymore, so I can't even make this soup. So I'm gonna have to save the dinner cooking and food meal prep whatnot for tomorrow. However, I still wanna do a little Target haul and show you kind of the organization and stuff that I got. I got new clips because my dog did eat both of mine. Q-tips and cotton pads, which I need to organize. I am finally trying out Mighty Patches. They've been on my list for like ever. I don't know how I've gone this far without trying them. I saw this little thing at Target in the dollar section, but I thought it would be cute for my matching little hand soap and lotion. That could be cute. So I already have a couple of these. Target has these little bathroom storage containers by the brand Bright Room. They're super, super cheap, like $2, $3, $4. Perfect. Okay, I will see you tomorrow to prep for the rest of the week. Okay, day 2. Day 2 hair slay. Seriously, we still got a little bit of wavage going on. I love it. So essentially, the kind of prep I do is I am going to make and bake a few things to keep throughout the week. However, a big part of it is just cutting all of the fresh things and putting it into containers that are supposed to help them keep better for longer. And doing this isn't even just so that they are good for a while. It's because if things are cut and put away in a container, you are so much more likely to grab for it rather than if it's wrapped away in a bag and still on the stem. I swear it's just a trick. I did go back to the store and get romaine lettuce. Sometimes I'll buy a box of like a baby spring mix type thing because I do really like that. However, I wanted to get a straight up like head of romaine and cut it. It just feels extra fresh. Either way, I like to put it in this container. I did get these a few weeks ago. I think the grooves on the bottom just kind of help because you know sometimes if lettuce sits in the container it can get kind of saggy. I think it helps that. My greens definitely definitely last longer in this container than the packaging. And you can totally get other ones too. This isn't like the best #1 find ever, but this is just the kind I have. I'm gonna rinse this. It also just makes me happy when I buy fresher foods. How beautiful does this look? Lettuce slay. Throw it in one of these. I do keep kind of the bottom part because I love the crunchy pieces of lettuce. And now we have our greens for the week. All prepared, they will keep good. And I will reach for them so much more. I don't typically pre-assemble salads just because I don't want them to get soggy, but if I have things in a bunch of similar containers, it just prompts me to go for them a lot more, so. Next up, I did get 2 onions. I do like to cook with onions. I feel like it just changes the game. It adds flavor. It's great. This one, however, is for a recipe we're making later, so I'm gonna save it. This red one, though, is so good to add in like lunches and different things to flavor it, so I do wanna cut this up, and I think there will be enough to put it in a longer container. And again, if I don't have to cut off pieces of it to add to my meals every single day, I am so much more likely to easily just reach it, incorporate it, and not like this is the healthiest thing in the world. At least I don't really know what onions do for your health, but it's going to flavor my food more and then I'll be happier to eat it. So it's just beneficial to cut this up and throw it in a container. Why not? Ugh. I do have a good amount of room in here, so I think after I make the recipe, because I only need half of the white onion, I'm gonna cut up the other half and kind of do like a half and half onion container. Moving on to celery and carrots, I'm gonna put these both. And the other long container I have, again, if I cut this up so it's ready to go, like de-stemmed and all that, I'm so much more likely to reach for it as a snack. And these, I do need 2 for a recipe, but the rest I still want to peel, because I did buy a vegetable peeler, and cut the ends off just so they're ready to go. And honestly, I like snacking on these better than baby carrots, so I want to prepare the rest of them so I have them to snack on. And my dog eats carrots too. How nice does it look? So much better and snack ready. What we have left is fruits, so I do eat a good amount of frozen fruit because I put them in smoothies. However, I have fresh grapes and blueberries. I'm gonna wash them both first. Now I honestly find that my grapes stay well fine, like pretty long, and I don't have another big container. However, I do want to freeze some, and I think this will be a fun little snack or treat or whatever. You know, it might be fun to even drizzle like honey or something on it. However, blueberries definitely need a container, and I have these little ones left, so I'm gonna use 2 of them, and hopefully this helps them last. Perfect. Fair warning though, if you do get these exact containers, you cannot put them in the dishwasher. Next, what are we doing? We are baking granola for the week. I love, love, love homemade granola. If you can make it at home, I cannot recommend it enough. It is a million times better than store-bought, and you can keep it super clean in terms of ingredients as well. I will link the recipe that I use, but it's super simple and super easy. Set a 15-minute timer. I seriously wish you could smell this. Like, I cannot even describe how good it smells right now. Beautiful. So basically the menu for the week is breakfast. I'll always do yogurt, or I'm gonna make those acai packets I got from Target into bowls and smother them with my granola. Lunches, I'm feeling a pretty salad heavy lunch week with any variation of greens, onion. I finished my tomatoes. I usually have tomatoes in the house, but I just didn't buy any. That's fine. Maybe some chicken that we have prepared, olive oil for dressing with either Italian seasoning or Parmesan cheese, maybe celery and carrots. Maybe I'll even boil a few noodles and throw them in, and it'll be like a whole greens and noodles type of salad. Really just any type of mixture for that I'll do throughout the week for lunches. And then dinner, we'll literally have soup for like 2 or 3 nights. And then we still have other leftovers that I can kind of just like whip up stuff when we're done with the soup and just make kind of random things. So off of that, really all I prepared in order to get ready for that kind of like weekly menu is, of course, I baked all that granola, which that will last me definitely more than 1 week. It is about 3 batches. And then I prepared the greens, the onions, celery and carrots. And the day before yesterday, we cooked basic chicken too for lunch stuff. But then also the celery and carrots double as snacks, as well as the blueberries, the grapes, the frozen grapes, and then the soup for dinner. So because I'm literally home like all week, all day, oftentimes, I don't necessarily meal prep and portion out like every meal, like have a whole container of, you know, rice and this for lunches and whatnot, which I think it's great when people do that, but I do kind of like making my meals. So as long as I have like a weekly menu and have things prepped and prepared in the like cutting and preserving sense, I don't necessarily prepare full entire meals. I just like to have a plan, you know? So my whole style of like meal prepping isn't super intense because I'm home and because I have my home resources and because I kind of like to take the time out of my days to actually make my meals, because it takes me away from being on my phone or getting work done or whatever, and like forces me to just be like doing something in the kitchen, and just feels like I'm touching grass a little bit when I'm just like in here cooking and doing nothing else, you know? So that's why I like to have mostly the ingredients prepped, and I have snack options and meal ideas, things like that. Which is why I wanted to include the grocery haul, because I knew I wasn't gonna prep a ton of stuff. However, I do think the whole like cutting and containering up things makes things seem more available and more accessible. So I do think that is very important and a very good tip to do to get yourself to reach for those things. Okay, let's make dinner. I got my recipe up and I just finished cutting and portioning basically everything that I need, which is so exciting, and I get to use my new flour jar. So we're gonna be making a lemon chicken orzo soup. I have made this once before and I do really like it. I like to make a big thing of soup because it lasts 2 dinners and oftentimes 3 as well. It's like a 1-pan soup, so if you have like a pan that has sides, like a large one, then you can do it all in there, but I'm using a pot because I don't have one. So I'm gonna have to saute in here and then add the things. I don't have like a deep enough pan. So right away, butter and olive oil, which I love that I get to use this little dispenser. You saute the onions, celery, and carrots for 5 to 7 minutes, and then you add in the garlic just for a little bit, then continue on with the recipe. I'm already wondering if I made a mistake by not just sauteing on the pan and switching to a pot, because I'm adding the flour and there's like barely any liquid in here. So I don't know if like the stainless steel type thing is steering me wrong. We're just gonna go ahead and add the chicken broth and hopefully it all evens out. The last time I made this, I had no issue, but I did have access to one of those pans last time. So I'm wondering if that's the difference, I don't know. Cleaning as you go makes a world of a difference, I swear. Italian seasoning. I love how Italian seasoning smells. The weirdest thing to me is that you're supposed to put the full chicken breast in here and bring it to a boil to cook it, and then remove the chicken breast just to cut them up. Like, why don't we just cut them up in the beginning? In the chicken goes. And we bring this to a boil. Chicken is definitely cooking. We're waiting on the simmer for 15 minutes. I just set a timer on an Alexa, but I didn't want to like say it out loud because I didn't want to trigger. And while we wait, I'm gonna clean up more because why not? I'll be so happy when I have less work to do later. Now we add in the orzo. Set a 10-minute timer. It really does smell so good though. Now lemon, parsley, and good old salt and pepper. And we are done. Looks so yummy and smells even better. Like I said, I have made this before. Very good. Overall, it's a great soup and it's pretty healthy. Great ingredients, really happy with it. I mean, I've made it multiple times, so clearly I'm happy with it. See, look how much we have left for the next few dinners. Like, this is a huge container. Dinner was so good. I did not feel like making anything else tonight. But one last big thank you and shout out to beachwaver for sponsoring this video. Do not forget to check them out. This is the coolest device, and I do have a code to share with you, which is green20 for 20% off. How cute is my hair? Come on. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not. Let me know what other videos you want to see, and I'll see you in my next one.